Hi everybody. So this is going to be your final test for the year. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read this to you as if you are taking any regular test. So just think of me as like your reader. I'm going to go through. I'm going to ask you the questions. I will read the choices to you. The question is going to pop up as an Edpuzzle question. You are going to choose the answer that you think is correct. You will input it. It will obviously let you know if you got it right or wrong. I'm going to then state what the correct answer was, and I'm going to fill this in as if I'm the one taking the test as well. Unfortunately, even if you chose the wrong answer and now you know the right answer, you won't be able to go back and change it, but you will know which one was correct. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it, and please, again, feel free to use your notes at any point for any of these questions if you are not sure. So number 1 says, what does it mean if you have $50 deductible insurance? So your first choice says that this means the insurance company will pay $50 and you will pay for the rest. It means you will pay $50 and the insurance company will pay for the rest. Or it means the price of the repair will only cost $50 altogether. Just take a second now, look through your notes, and choose your answer. So the correct answer here was choice B. This means that you will pay $50 and the insurance company is going to cover the rest of it. Okay, moving on to number 2. Which of the following depends on your age, marital status, and how much you drive each week? A, deductible clause, B, annual base premium, or C, driver rating factor. So this was the same question actually on your review sheet from the other day, and the correct answer is C, driver rating factor. Number 3, which of the following is an example of a fixed cost? A, vehicle insurance, B, a car wash, or C, gas? So you have to remember fixed cost means it's a cost that for the most part stays the same. It might be a monthly payment that you're paying the same every single month. So we're looking for something that doesn't necessarily change, and that would be choice A, your vehicle insurance. Now, it doesn't mean that over time it can't change, but usually for a while it will stay the same price every month. Whereas a car wash, you may or may not get one, maybe once a month, maybe once a year. Gas, again, changes depending on how often you're driving your car. Number 4, what type of insurance is used to protect against accidents that cause bodily injury and property damage? I'm going to just highlight some important words there. Bodily injury, property damage, okay? Especially this part. So is that A, comprehensive, B, liability, or C, collision? Okay, the correct answer was B, liability. I know we see the word accident and we sometimes assume that means collision insurance, but when it actually when it affects you as the person, remember life, right? Liability, you got hurt, so different than collision. Number 5, if your bodily injury limits are 50/100, what does the second number represent? So the second number would be this 100 right here. So what does this mean? Is that A, $100 will be used to cover medical fees if one person is injured? B, $100,000 will be used to cover medical insurance if more than one person is injured? Or $100,000 again will be used to cover if one person is injured? So the correct answer is choice B. So the second number is always if more than one person. That's why it's more money, and 100 does not mean $100, it means 100,000. Okay, moving on. Number 6, I know you've seen this chart many times before, so we're going to go through and answer a couple questions. So now, since this is a short answer question, there will be questions that pop up throughout to help you guide me through the problem and help me to get the correct answers. So it says Sydney O'Connor is the principal operator of her vehicle. Her driver rating factor is 2.20. Her insurance includes 50/100 bodily injury and $50,000 property damage. Her vehicle is in age group A and insurance rating group 13. She has $50 deductible comprehensive and $50 deductible collision insurance. What is her annual premium? Okay, so it says find the total of all 3 types of insurance. So this really kind of guides you through it. So if we're going to start with liability, so we need to know two things: property damage limits, which in our case is $50,000. We also need to know our bodily injury, which is 50/100, which is right here. So where those two meet in the middle, right here. So our first number is 237.20. Okay, next number we're going to need, so now we need our comprehensive deductible. So we're going to make sure to use the correct age group and insurance rating group. So that is going to be letter A and insurance rating group 13. So A, 13, again, looking for where we meet in the middle. I see 108. And again, A, 13, same number. We're going to meet in the middle. And we have 287.20. Okay. So now you're going to take a moment. I want you to use your calculators and you're going to add up all three numbers. Okay, if you add them all up correctly, and hopefully I do as well, you are going to get this total here, which is $632.40. Okay, now that is not the complete answer. So for our annual premium, there is a step 2. So the method that we need to use now for step 2 is we're going to take our total and we need to multiply it with our driver rating factor, which in this case is 2.20. So we're going to take 632.40 and multiply that with 2.20. So again, I want you to take your calculator and tell me what you get. You should get $1,391.28. Okay. All right. Moving on now to number 7. As you can see, I do give you some steps and I do give you some formulas. So number 7 says Joshua purchased a new 4-door car 3 years ago at a price of $23,650. He estimates that it is worth $12,850 today. The complete card cost guide computes the annual variable cost to be $615.20 per year. Insurance costs $1,345. Joshua paid $110 for the license and registration fees, and he drove 12,500 miles during the year. Find the cost per mile. So in step 1, the first thing they want you to do is find the depreciation, which they give you the formula for. Original value minus the new value divided by the number of years. So you're really just going to look in the paragraph and find these key numbers. So we're going to start with looking for the original value, which is $23,650. We're also going to find the new value, which is $12,850. So we're on top. We're going to do $23,650 minus $12,850. And we need to divide that by the total number of years, which if we look carefully, it's in the first sentence, 3 years. Okay, so please take a moment now. You are going to subtract 23,650 with 12,850. You should get 10,800 on the top, and then you're going to divide that number by 3, and your total should be 3,600. Okay, so you found your depreciation. Now you're going to move to step 2, which is to find the total annual fixed cost. So you need to be able to figure out, well, what numbers represent fixed cost. So we know that this is the variable cost, so this is not going to be a number that we're going to use. So insurance, that is fixed. So we got one number here, so that's $1,345. We also have license and registration fees, that's $110. Okay? And then there is one more number that we need to use, which is going to be this $3,600 from the depreciation. So with your calculator, I want you to please find that total. and you should get 5,055. Okay, step 3 and final step, we're going to find the cost per mile. So notice that this formula is not given to you. So I need you to think for a second, refer back to your notes to find the formula for cost per mile. Okay, so our formula is variable cost plus fixed divided by number of miles. So our variable was again given to us back in the paragraph, 615.20. Our fixed we just found, 5,055. And then we're going to divide that, by the number of miles, which looking back again in the paragraph, the number of miles is 12,500. That was over here if you didn't see it. Okay, so if we add up these two numbers, we should get 5,670.20, and then we're still going to divide that by the 12,500. And again, you're going to make sure you round this. So you're going to get a long decimal, but if you round it, you should get 0.45. Okay, last question and then we will be done. Simon Brown decided to lease a car because he wasn't ready to commit to buying one. He pays $250 per month for 48 months. His deposit was $1,500. He paid a $65 title fee and a $50 license fee. What is his total lease cost? So everything is pretty much given to you. You just have to plug this into the formula, which is a very long formula. We're going to start with just what's inside the parentheses. So I need number of payments times the amount of payment. So looking at all the numbers that are given to us in this problem, what number would represent the number of payments, which means how many times we're going to get charged? Okay, so it doesn't say that word exactly, but we have to understand the number of payments is the same as the number of months. So 48 is the number of payments, and each month we are going to get charged $255. So I want you to start by multiplying that, 48 times 255. And you should get 12,240. Now we have some numbers to add. I need to add a deposit, a title fee, and a license fee. So that should be pretty easy to find. Our deposit was $1,500, our title fee was $65, and our license fee was $50. So $1,500, $65, and $50. So you're going to finish this problem off by just adding everything together. Hopefully I have this correct. I have 13,855 as my total. Just double checking that I'm correct before I let you guys go. Yes. Okay. All right, guys. Great job. And great job this year altogether. Very proud of everyone here. And hopefully, if you guys have any questions, please just let me know. If that's it, you are all done. All right. Goodbye.